What's up, guys? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try to keep this kind of short and sweet because I'm pretty tired. But the Saints vs Packers preseason game just ended, and I'm not gonna lie, I just feel very about it. There was not a whole lot going on here, except the big headline here is that Ian Book somehow managed to suck even more balls than he did last game, even though he got literally the entire game to play, the whole entire game. Like every single offensive snap he played in this game, and he only managed to go 16 out of 28 for 113 yards, one touchdown, and one pick, and a fumbled snap. He somehow fumbled another damn snap. I don't know why a professional quarterback that was drafted in the 4th round was the winningest quarterback in Notre Dame history can't even hold on to a fucking snap. But anyway, I said all of that. I didn't even mention what the final score was. The Packers won the game 20-10. I actually started recording before the game ended. The backup kicker just missed like a 20-yard field goal, and I just turned the game off and I started recording because I had seen enough. I ain't gonna lie, that was just bullshit. But speaking of kickers, anyway, I'm going to talk about this now because this is pretty awesome. Will Lutz made a 59-yard field goal today, which was his career high ever. Before, his career high was 58 yards, which was that game-winning field goal against the Texans back in 2019. And he somehow topped that because the first quarter was going down, and Dennis Allen called a timeout with like 2 seconds left. So he would have the wind in his favor, and he made a 59-yard field goal. And it was really awesome. So, as you can see with Will Lutz, and then that backup kicker that missed a 20-some-yard field goal right at the end of the game, it's great to have Will Lutz back, and especially in these preseason games where we can't score worth a shit because Ian Book is actual dog water, shit fart, poo-poo juice. That's how bad Ian Book is. Points are hard to come by, and Will Lutz is probably your best bet to score points. So there's that. The Packers pretty much only played Jordan Love the whole game, except whenever they put in that really white backup quarterback that somehow scored a 50-yard rushing touchdown. White boy had them wheels going. That was weird. And there's not a whole lot going on here. No one really stood out to me. Oh, actually, no, I lied to you. I just lied to you guys. I'm sorry. Chris Olave scored his first NFL touchdown today. He had 2 receptions for 28 yards and 1 touchdown. The 1 touchdown came at the very end of the game. Not the end of the game, the end of the first half. The Saints, I believe Ian Book fumbled, or he threw a pick or fumbled the snap. I don't know which one happened, but he turned the ball over. And then the Saints instantly got a turnover back because I believe Eric Wilson forced a fumble. The Saints got the ball back there. And then Ian Book scrambled and found Chris Olave for the touchdown, and he did a little back flip or a front flip into the end zone, which was pretty cool. Obviously, I know we're all excited about Chris Olave, and seeing him score his first NFL touchdown was really good to see. He had been open on several plays. Ian Book literally was just not looking his way. There's this one play where Olave was one-on-one with the DB, and it looked like Olave had a step on him, and the safety was rotating to the other side of the field. So Olave, if Ian Book had thrown it over the top, Olave could have had a touchdown. Ian Book didn't even look his way. I don't even remember what he did. He either scrambled, did some stupid shit, or he just, like I said, didn't look his way. Ian Book missed several key throws today. Like, I remember there was this one play, actually kind of towards the end of the game. This is kind of fresh in my mind here. It was like a rollout play to where Ian Book was looking for the backup tight end Lucas Kroll underneath, and he was just staring him down. He never got open, so he just ran out of bounds. But around 10 yards right in front of him was Kurt Merritt, absolutely wide open, and he just didn't even look his way. So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would have made that throw personally. Like in Madden, I would have seen that shit instantly. But, Ian Book didn't because he's retarded and he's stupid. But, that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Actually, I don't know. Have I flamed Ian Book enough yet? I don't know. We'll see as I go on if I feel like flaming him a little more. But Ian Book was our leading rusher today, which is kind of weird. He had 7 carries for 49 yards. There was one point in the game where literally he was only scrambling. I don't know if it was no one open or if he was literally just having to run for his life because the rush was going crazy or what. I don't know what the deal was, but he kept scrambling. And at one point it worked. I think it was right after that backup quarterback on the Packers had that really long rushing touchdown. I guess he got inspired and wanted to do the same thing. So that was cool. I actually thought Tony Jones Jr. had a pretty good game today. In the receiving game and in the running game, he looked pretty good. There was a lot of plays where he was fighting for yards. And he had several really chunk plays, I think, that got called back. I believe he had a screen pass play that went like 20-some yards, and I think he might have scored a touchdown, but a Packers defender pushed Cesar Ruiz into Tony Jones. Thus, it looked like Cesar Ruiz made the tackle. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I still blame that on Ruiz because his fat ass was just taking up space, and he literally caused an earthquake that caused Tony Jones to get tackled, basically by Cesar Ruiz. Kind of joking there, kind of not, but we saw some Taysom Hill at tight end today. He caught a screen pass for 10 yards. I remember that because I'm looking through the stats. I saw Taysom Hill as a catch for 10 yards, and I was like, I remember that he had that screen pass. That's pretty cool. I'm excited to see how he does a tight end this year. Fumbles, Ian Book fumbled. Defense, not a whole lot going. I was hoping to see something from Peyton Turner today. I've been really expecting to see him play better this preseason because he's actually played a good amount, and there's not been a whole lot really seen from Peyton Turner. Malcolm Roach had a really bad roughing the passer penalty on the 3rd and 19 that ended up leading to a Packers touchdown. That sucked. Not a whole lot going here. Not too much going on. Callaway played some kick returner. We talked about the Will Lutz 59-yard field goal. Blake Gillikin. We're going to talk about Blake Gillikin. Sorry, I'm all out of whack today. I'm tired, and I'm trying to get this out as soon as possible for you guys. Gillikin had an 81-yard punt today. That's crazy. I know y'all aren't really wanting to talk about punters. It's not the most exciting thing to talk about, but Blake Gillikin had an 81-yard punt. That's insane. Yeah, not a whole lot going on here. I think that's kind of it. Defense was I think we had 2 turnovers. I think no interceptions, but we had 2 turnovers. I think, or just 1. No, we had 1. I mean, I'm thinking takeaways, not turnovers. We had 1 takeaway. I believe that was the Eric Wilson forced fumble, and then obviously Ian Book had the 2 turnovers. Our leading receiver was Chris Olave. Not much going on here. Like I said, final score is 20-10 Green Bay. Some people are going to freak out about this game because, we lost, regardless if it's preseason or not. People are going to be upset. My thing is, all you can really take away from this is that Ian Book sucks, and it's going to be hard to win games with Ian Book. I mean, he just sucks, and it's preseason. I mean, who cares, really? And it also really seems to be that most preseasons in which we don't do very well, we actually end up having pretty good seasons. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too worried. I'm really glad to see Olave finally scored. It was pissing me off that Ian Book was just not looking his way, and he finally did and scored a touchdown. That'd probably be my play of the game. That and the Will Lutz 59-yard field goal. That was pretty awesome to see. But I got to give it to Chris Olave's first NFL touchdown because, I mean, it's Chris Olave. We've all been waiting for it to happen. That's pretty awesome. Next time the Saints play will be next Friday. We'll be in the Dome for that against the Los Angeles Chargers. I think that's our best bet to see some of the starters play. Jameis might play a little bit, but that's really depending on how his foot's healing. Because that's the main reason why he didn't play this week, because he's still nursing that foot. Could he have played in a regular season game? Sure, but it's not really worth it in these preseason games. We might see him next week. I don't know. We'll see. I hope we do a little bit. You might see some of the starters that haven't played in this preseason play a little bit in the third preseason game, because that's when you would normally play your starters, like back in the day. That's when Drew Brees would play like a drive or two, would be that third preseason game. So that's going to be exciting. And then after that, we have the regular season that's just around the corner. So thank you guys for listening to me. If you made it this far, like I said, my game cap recap. I'm sorry guys. I don't even know where I'm so out of whack right now. Usually my post game recaps are a little more detailed, but there's just not a whole lot going on here. This was probably less eventful than the Texans game, to be honest with you. There was no Andy Dalton or anything in this game. It was literally just pretty much all backups. So, like I said, not much to talk about here. But like I said, if you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. Literally nothing else to say. I'm just rambling at this point. Like I said, next up we're at the Chargers. So, I'll be recapping that game as well. Let me know what you guys want to see this week before that game. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys next time.